Lighting, not good. Angle, not great. We'll make this quick. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi. This is a little late, but finally we're gonna do my June buzzwordathon video. So for June, the buzzword is all, which means that any title with the word all in it counts. I have 3 books in mind. Hopefully we'll see how this goes. 2 of which I've already kind of started, but we'll talk about one at a time. So the first one that I've started is All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. So basically in this, we're following our main character, Amora, I believe. And she is like heir to the throne, I think. I don't know if it's technically called the throne, but heir to the throne. She's next in line to rule. And so she has to basically prove her magic of being the master of souls, and in the like demonstration test thing, it goes horribly wrong, and now like all of the people fear her and dislike her. They already don't really trust her father. Off to a really rough start. So she is fleeing as a fugitive, and she decides to run off with a pirate. I love oceanic pirate books. I loved, it's on my shelf somewhere, The Daughter of the Pirate King. Great duology. I finished that one early last year. This gives vibes to The Daughter of the Pirate King. What a title though, too long. It kind of gives those vibes. It also talks about food and like the way Stephanie Garber talks about food, and I'm here for that. I think that's like my favorite part so far. I am about 46 or so % of the way through, and it's okay. It's kind of like a weird, not a love triangle, but kind of a love triangle, because there's our main character and the pirate, which obviously is where you're expecting the romance to go, but there's also like a third wheel unrequited love tagging along that I'm just kind of like, but why are you here? Another issue with this book, unfortunately, is that I am listening to the audiobook, and I don't love the narrator. I don't love her voice, especially for the third party man that's just kind of there. I don't appreciate his voice. It makes him sound like a 12-year-old when I think these characters are supposed to be 18. So it's not my favorite. I don't love all the voices, but it's fine. I can look past it. I only have like 3 maybe-ish hours left, and currently the characters are on the hunt for a mermaid. So it's kind of fun. It's very whimsical. The writing is absolutely stunning. Like, it does remind me a lot of Stephanie Garber's. Very lyrical, very descriptive, very visual. I appreciate it. So that's what I am starting this vlog with. I'm already halfway through, so hopefully we will finish it. It is Tuesday night, so I'm gonna read some today, and then hopefully tomorrow, since it's my day off, and then we can get this video for you guys. I'm super excited. I have 2 other books for this video, like I mentioned earlier. One that I've started and am absolutely in love with, but I don't want to rush it. So we'll see how that goes. The other book I'm interested in, but not really in the mood for, so we will see how that goes. I'll try not to push myself if I can't do it, but we will see. Okay. I will talk to you guys when I have updates, probably when I finish All the Stars and Teeth. Hey, I got really sick yesterday and was listening to All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace, and feeling much better, luckily, but I took the day off work just to, make sure I'm good. But I just finished All the Stars and Teeth, and I think I'm gonna give it a 4 on Goodreads, but I think it's more of a 3.5. It kind of took me a really long time to listen to it, but I'm not blaming the book too much for that because I think I've made my reading slump even worse. So I don't blame the book. The book was interesting. It was good. I liked how many twists there were along the way. I enjoyed this like misfit group of characters going together to like defeat evil. I was a little surprised that it kept going. I thought it was gonna leave off on a I thought this was totally gonna leave off on a cliffhanger around like chapter 32 or 33, and then it kept going, and I was like, oh, okay, still going. We're defeating Big Bad Evil, got it. And I thought that was a very interesting take, especially because there is a sequel, so I have no clue what's going to be happening in the sequel besides like a few things that were mentioned at the end of like restoring magic kind of deals, but it's like that was a thing in the first book, so I'm not sure what could possibly happen in the second. The writing was very beautiful, very whimsical, magical, lyrical, just very well done writing. The characters were good. I know all of their names, I think. Amora. No. Bastian. And then there was the two others. Yeah, no. Names, not my thing. But I thought that it was a good adventure. I enjoyed the oceanic vibes. Granted, I don't know if there will ever be a book that compares to House of Salt and Sorrow when I'm looking for like oceanic coastal vibes, but that's okay. It did pretty good. I enjoyed the twists throughout. I did not expect those. I will definitely be continuing with the duology. So yeah, nice little 3.5 number right there. Yeah, this took me way too long to read. Hoping to be coming out of my reading slump, but we will see. So now that leaves us our final book. I really wanted to read 3 books for this video, but just with how reading slumpy I have been, I don't want to push myself too hard, especially because there's other books I'm more excited about. I was originally planning to read All the Light We Cannot See, which is a historical fiction. It's a longer book though, and I don't want to read historical fiction. So I'm just gonna hold off. I'll get to it when I'm in the mood for it. I know it's going to be good, so I want to give it a fair chance. So the last book for this video we're going to talk about is going to be All of Us Villains. There's 2 authors on there, by Amanda Foody and Christina Lynn Herman. I've started this. I think I'm on chapter like 5 or 6, and all I really understand or know right now is that we're following a cast of a few characters, these selected families. There's like maybe 20 or so families, and every so often, every few years, I think, they have a tournament with their like legacy kids. Like they all pick one person to go into this tournament and like fight for like the family magic, and like whoever wins gets the most, like, not most power necessarily, but like good fortune comes their way. Let's see. The blood moon rises, the blood veil falls, the tournament begins. Every generation, at the coming of the blood moon, 7 families in the remote city of Ilvernath each name a champion to compete in a tournament to the death. The prize? An exclusive control over a secret wellspring of high magic, the most powerful resource in the world, one thought long depleted. This year, thanks to a salacious tell-all book, the 7 champions are thrust into worldwide spotlight, granting each of them new information, new means to win, and most importantly, a choice. Accept their fate or rewrite their story. But this is a story that must be penned in blood. I'm loving this. I started it while I was still reading the last book, All Stars and Teeth, And I was just like, oh god, this is so good. This is so good. But no, I need to finish the other book. But oh, I'm so excited. This is a book that I'm enjoying the audiobook. It's fantastic. But oh my goodness, I really wish that I owned it, because there is so much going on. There are so many characters. There's such world building. There's like politics. There's like already, like, so early on, some like questionable things happening behind the scenes. I'm loving this. I'm loving it so much. I'm so excited to continue with it today. I'm like tempted to buy the book, but I won't have it in time for this video anyway. So anyway, that's what's going on. I'm really excited. I will check in with you guys when I'm probably like closer to the halfway mark, and then when I finish. Loving it. In more exciting news, I bought something. I bought All of Us Villains. I've listened to the first 25%, and I was just sitting there and I was like, man, I'm missing details. Like, I'm missing out on stuff. This isn't as big of a book as I really felt like it was. It's 386 pages, including the acknowledgements. So it's not like a big book, but in my head, there was so much happening in the first couple chapters that I was just like lost. And I was like, I'm missing important details. I can feel it. So I might annotate this. I've never annotated a book before. I have honestly been putting it off because of that, like, it needs to be the right time, it needs to be the right book feeling. Like, I don't want to annotate a book that's not like worth the annotating, but I think this one could be worth it. So finally gonna pick this up, start this. It's gonna take me 6 hours to read with the audiobook. I'm still gonna read the audiobook with this because I do enjoy it. I just need to like pay better attention to make sure that I'm not missing anything. But I think this has potential to be a really good book, and I just really want that feeling of like a 5-star that I'm just gushing over. I feel like the only book series or book in this entire year that I've read that I'm like so in love with is the Heartstopper series, which makes sense, like everyone's obsessed. But other than that, like, all of my favorite books this year have been literary. Is that true? I think that's true. If not all of my favorite books have been literary this year, and I want some good fantasy again. I've just been in a very big fantasy mood, and we are quickly approaching spooky season, so I want to make sure that like I give myself enough time this summer for fantasy, and then come September, come October, I can read like all of the academia spooky books. So we're gonna start this today. We're gonna get a good dent, if not all of it, done today. We'll see how that goes. But I'm very excited. I'm gonna read this. I've already pre-ordered the duology. I actually have requested it on NetGalley, so you already know, like, I'm very excited. I pre-ordered it. It'll be here in August. I'm really excited. We're gonna finish this though. Let's chat. So I've been making progress with All of Us Villains, and I'm fully in the competition now. I'm on page 175. So my tabbing system here has changed. You won't be able to see very well just with the lighting and everything, but it's gone from 3 colors to many colors. We'll go over this later when I'm done. But yeah, I've been tabbing my very first book, which is really exciting. I've been really enjoying this. I'm loving it, despite the chaos of it. oh, I don't even know what to say. I'm in the tournament right now. I have characters that I prefer over others. I'm getting to know the world rather well. I'm getting to know the characters, the world, how the magic works. And let me just say, the writing from like the beginning to now almost the middle, ever since getting into the competition, really, the writing has stepped up. The areas around inside this tournament, the way that they're described are so beautiful, like very well done. So I've been really enjoying the writing style now. I don't know who wrote which characters, but I like that they all kind of have a distinct voice, but the writing style is still like similar enough that it's not super jarring whenever we switch perspectives, because we are following 4 different characters in here. Based off my tabs here, I've got mostly world building and mostly Alistair Lowe. I love him so much. I love this villain. I love this baddie. I'm rooting. Alright, we're gonna theorize. I think I know where the book could be going, but we'll see. But I am here for an Alistair and Isabel romance. Like, give me the romance, give me their alliance, give me them. Because the only green tab in here, which I have for like happiness, is when they first meet on page 10 in the bar, and she goes, "Then it's my pleasure, Alistair Lowe." And I love them so freaking much. And like, these characters, I love the morally gray characters in here. I love that they're just gonna do some wild, crazy things that they definitely should not be doing, because they're villains, and I'm enjoying this. So I'm finishing this today. I've got 3.5 hours left of the audiobook until I wrap this up, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts unless something else happens along the way. But I do enjoy in the tournament, and keep in mind, this is my first tournament book because I've never read The Hunger Games. But I enjoy that all of the characters have their strengths and weaknesses that are explained to us. So it's not like a clear-cut, like, oh, they're all gonna win. Because in theory, there's only supposed to be one winner, which means that technically the 3 out of 4 perspectives will die. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen. There's the sequel, so I don't know where this could go. But I enjoy that everyone in the world believes that Alistair Lowe will win because the family is the strongest, but actually in the competition you can see all the things going on, especially with the different perspectives. I like that I don't know where this could go. Whereas with Hunger Games, you know Katniss has to survive because we already... That's the thing. We know that this is a duology, so we know there's another book, which means at least one of these characters we're following, if not more. Whereas with the Hunger Games, I'm sure people knew there were going to be more, because cliffhangers and so on. But I just feel like you would know with the Hunger Games that Katniss wouldn't die. Like, you know she has to win, so you're only questioning, like, Peeta's life, because you don't care about the other characters. So I enjoyed this one because it's multi-POV, you don't know what's going to happen, corruption in politics, so on and so forth. Yeah. Anyway, I'm really enjoying this. I'm going to go finish reading this now. I will check in with you guys a bit later. Yay! Hey guys, so I'm here with final thoughts, final conclusions for All of Us Villains. Okay. I'm obsessed. I'm in love. I'm so happy I read this, and I'm so happy that it's already so late into the year that I have the sequel right away. I don't think I have the self-control to not immediately read this because I loved it so much. So this is the first book that I've ever tabbed, and I had so much fun with it. But I have in here my little tab system. So the pink red color was for world building, yellow for Bryony, dark red for Alistair, blue was Isabel, green green was for Gavin, and then the dark blue were for sad moments and the dark green were for happy moments. And like, let me just give you a little more insight to what we're working with here. Yeah, this makes me so happy. It just looks so pretty. There were just so many amazing moments in here, so many amazing characters. I just loved so much of it. I did film my reaction reading the last like 40 pages of it because just so much was happening that I was not expecting. I'm so good. Highly recommend. I really want to just like drop everything in life and just pick this up and read it right now. I don't want to wait any longer in life. I enjoyed this so much. 5 stars, if I didn't say that. 100% 5 stars. I don't think I have anything more to say without like spoiling the book. So like maybe read it and then we can talk about it. Because I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed all of the characters. I really enjoyed a lot of the scenes that they have together. They all felt more or less super complex and very well thought out, because Alistair was definitely my favorite little like soft, sad, emo boy, but also like the best villain vibes. I just really enjoyed it. I would say the most of my dark green happy tabs were just moments between Isabel and Alistair because they were my 2 favorite perspectives. I enjoyed Gavin's perspectives, but at the same time I was like, boy, you just need to like be slapped sometimes. And Bryony's perspectives were also good, but again, like, you know who the fan favorites are going to be in the story. So I'm very intrigued to see what this tournament has in store for the future, where these characters are going to go and end up, because this book does leave off on a cliffhanger, and I love the ending chapter. Chills. Oh my god, fantastic. So yeah, I highly recommend this. Check it out if you're into tournament fantasies. All of Us Villains, 100%. So that's gonna be it for this video. This is a very late video because this is my June buzzwordathon and we are well into September. So I do apologize for the late video. I'm officially, I think, out of my reading slump. I've been reading a lot more. I've been loving everything I'm reading. I'm having a lot of fun reading. So now that I'm coming out of my reading slump, I'm trying to catch up on past TBRs and videos for you guys. So expect more buzzwordathon videos soon. Hopefully I can start doing them back in my 24-hour readathon challenges. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed nonetheless. Late or not, I read some very good books in this video, which, you know, I'll take it. I will see you guys very soon in my next video, which will hopefully be July's buzzwordathon, getting them out of the way while I can. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys very soon. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you want to. I try and post 3 times a week. I'm kind of on a 4 times a week schedule right now whilst I'm catching back up from a reading slump. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye!